It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Here's more on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be
from 22-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Off to Chris Carson.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out for Olsen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Seahawks.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
39-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. His throw incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Again, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
We constantly talk about the plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Seahawks nothing. Justin Tucker.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 10.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He's got a first down past the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Seahawks nothing.
On first down, Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
Wilson.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4th down, here's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30.
First down, Seattle.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. This time Jackson will throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is good. He 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Steps away to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Lining up here to punt on first down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On the Seahawks, 37.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Marlon
Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Option play, and Wilson's going to run with it. 11 yards there, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
That's good.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and...
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round, trust for the encore. If you know, you know.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. Looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. And And this will be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They run again with Carson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
At the 29-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now Wilson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
For Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Now 2nd and 10.
One last shot for Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete.